Let me check. Hi. Thank you. I think it's blue. And then you want me to just move my laptop?
Yeah, let's see if it's gonna connect.
Okay.
Alright, the songs are working.
You can see the one is labeled 2 and one labeled 3. We're going to start with the national anthem a cappella, and then it's 2 and 3, if that matters.
2 and 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Cool.
Do you need a clicker?
I've got a clicker.
Okay. So
See
I'm
it?
gonna put this laptop. Do you need to see it?
Yeah, we need to see this, yeah.
Oh, no, do you need to see the laptop screen? There's a screen ahead of you.
No. All right, I'll set this. Thanks, Aaron. Can you check the clicker? Yep. All right. Okay, your mic's on. Okay, thank you.
Good morning. Good morning to residents and staff of the Army Residence Community and members of the Daughters of the Revolution, Sons of the American Revolution, and Children of the American Revolution. My name is Karen Nauschutz. I am the Texas Society Daughters of the American Revolution District 8 Director. Thank you for attending our program today. We are honored to have you as our guests and feel confident you will enjoy the events we have planned for you. Please rise able as the SAR Color Guard proceeds in. Let us recite the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now the pledge to the Texas flag. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under one and indivisible. You may be seated. It is my honor to welcome you to a special event to honor America's 250th birthday. What an exciting time in our country. I'm sure many of you remember our nation's bicentennial celebration 50 years ago. And here we are, ready to celebrate another milestone. As we move forward, we ask you to reflect on what events occurred 250 years ago, which led to this wonderful celebration in our homeland. Travel back in time with us as we witness America in the making. We are so pleased to share with you a wonderful exhibit of the American Revolution, which was put together by the American Battlefield Trust Organization. It has been circulating throughout the United States and the state of Texas. We have also included some panels with information regarding Texas's involvement in the American Revolution and exhibits put together by the San Antonio Area Regents Council of DAR members to include a few of the founding fathers and women of the American Revolution. The exhibits will be available to view at the Ark through Memorial Day, but they will be moved out to the hallways in preparation for the Ark's Memorial Day events starting tomorrow. Several DAR members from the Green Mountain Boys chapter, SAR members, and one Denny Anderson Society CAR member will now present a skit entitled Revolution Report, America in the Making. And at this time, I will turn over the microphone to the narrator, Linda Fisher. Linda.
Karen, is this your phone?
$250 years ago, ordinary people faced extraordinary choices. They were merchants, workers, parents, and children, trying to live their lives from a distant government. What began as disagreement over taxes and rights would become something much bigger, a fight for independence. Today, we take you back to those pivotal moments, not as distant history, but as living, breathing events.
Good morning. I'm reporting across time, bringing you live coverage of the events, debates, and turning points that led to the birth of a nation. Today, we'll travel across colonial America from March 1770 through July 1776, as history unfolds in real time. From the streets of Boston to the meeting halls of Philadelphia, we'll speak directly with the people living through these extraordinary events. You'll hear from protesters demanding change, officials defending the crown, merchants caught between loyalty and survival, and families living through the uncertainty. Together, we'll witness how ordinary people, through courage, conflict, sacrifice, and conviction, help shape the course of American history. This isn't just history, it's happening in real time. Let's go now to our first location.
The Boston Massacre, 1770. In the years leading up to 1770, tensions between American colonists and British soldiers had been steadily rising. Parliament had imposed a series of taxes, including the Townshend Acts, and sent troops to Boston to enforce them. Many colonists resented and the military presence. On the night of March 5th, a confrontation between civilians and soldiers escalated into violence. Shots were fired and 5 colonists were killed. This event became known as the Boston Massacre and was used as powerful propaganda to unite colonists against British rule.
I'm standing in the streets of Boston, where just moments ago, shots were fired. Emotions are running high. I'm here with a local protester, a son of liberty, who earlier told me this has been building for months. Sir, what led to the moment tonight?
We're tired of soldiers watching our every move. We struggle. We still pay taxes we didn't choose.
Now to a British official. Sir, from your perspective, what happened here?
We were threatened. My men were surrounded daily, taunted, provoked. We are here to enforce order, not to be attacked.
A merchant here in Boston. How does something like this affect you?
I rely on stability. When crowds riot, trade stops. I fear losing everything I've built.
And from the home front, how are families experiencing this tension?
We fear for our families, soldiers in the streets, violence at night. This is not the
Can't sleep. I hear shouting and boots outside.
Fear and anger collide, bringing you history as it happens.
The Boston Tea Party, 1773. Despite growing unrest, Britain continued to tax the colonies. The Tea Act of 1773 allowed the British East India Company to sell tea directly to the colonies, maintaining a tax that colonists strongly opposed. Many saw this as another example of taxation without representation. In protest, a group of colonists, some disguised as Mohawk Indians, boarded British ships in Boston Harbor and dumped 342 chests of tea into the water. This bold act of defiance became known as the Boston Tea Party.
We're live at Boston Harbor, where colonists are actively destroying shipments of tea. I'm here with one of the protesters. Why take such a drastic step?
Because if we accept this tax, we accept their control. Today it's tea and tomorrow it's everything.
This level of defiance.
This act is a direct challenge to lawful authority. The Crown cannot.
Expected? What does this loss mean to you personally?
That tea represents livelihoods, mine included. Protest is one thing, destruction is another.
Many would call this risky. Why support?
We've petitioned, protested, pleaded, nothing changes. This is the only way to be heard.
Everyone's whispering. Are we in trouble now?
A bold protest with lasting consequences, bringing you history as it happens.
The Intolerable Acts of 1774. In response to the Boston Tea Party, the British government passed a series of punitive laws known as the Coercive Acts, called the Intolerable Acts by the colonists. These laws closed the Port of Boston, limited self-government in Massachusetts, and allowed British officials accused of crimes to be tried elsewhere. Rather than isolating Boston, these measures united the colony in outrage and resistance.
We're in Boston, where new laws have shut. I'm here with a resident. How have these changes affected you?
Shut down our city. No work, no food coming in. This is punishment meant to break us.
What message is Britain trying to send with these actions?
Discipline is necessary. Without consequences, rebellion spreads.
What does a closed port mean for your future?
My ship's sit empty. I'm losing income, connections, everything. I just want peace restored.
How are families coping day to day?
We ration food, share what we have. Hardship is real, but so is our resolve.
I'm hungry. When will the ships come back?
Hardship fuels resistance, bringing you history as it happens.
The First Continental Congress, 1774. As tensions escalated, 12 of the 13 colonies sent delegates to Philadelphia to coordinate a response to British actions. This meeting, known as the First Continental Congress, marked the first major step toward colonial unity. The delegates called for a boycott of British goods and asserted the colonies' rights, while still hoping to avoid war.
We're in Philadelphia, where leaders from across the colonies are meeting for the first time. I'm here with a supporter. What gives you confidence in this gathering?
Unity is our strength. Alone we are weak. but together we can defend our rights.
Do you see this as cooperation or rebellion?
What you call cooperation, we see as a coordinated resistance. When colonies begin acting together outside the authority of the Crown, it raises serious concern. Unity of this kind, if left unchecked, can quickly turn into open rebellion.
What risks do you see if the colonies unite?
If we break from Britain, we risk losing trade, protection, our entire economy.
Patrick Henry's speech, 1775. By early 1775, it had become increasingly clear that peaceful solutions were unlikely. At the Virginia Convention, Patrick Henry delivered a passionate speech urging his words would become the most famous in history and would push many toward revolution.
Is life so dear, or peace so sweet, as to be purchased at the price of chains and slavery? Forbid it, God Almighty! I know not what course other men may take, but as for myself, give me liberty or give me death.
You've just heard Patrick Henry's powerful words echo through this room. Sir, what made this moment so urgent for you?
I hope they awaken courage. We have tried petitions and pleas, but they have failed. If we wish to be free, we must be willing to stand up and fight for it.
You heard the speech. What did it stir in you?
It lit a fire in me. We cannot wait any longer. Freedom is worth the risk.
We want our rights.
How concerning is this kind of rhetoric to the Crown?
This rhetoric invites chaos and bloodshed.
What are you most afraid of if conflict begins?
War will destroy businesses, families, everything stable.
How do you balance fear with the call for action?
His words are frightening, but they speak truth. What future do we have without rights?
Are we really going to fight?
Words ignite action, bringing you history as it happens.
Lexington and Concord, 1775. In April 1775, British troops were sent to seize colonial weapons stored in Concord, Massachusetts, and to arrest Patriot leaders. Colonial militias, warned in advance, prepared to resist. The first shots were fired in Lexington, and fighting continued in Concord and along the road back to Boston. These battles marked the official beginning of the American Revolutionary War.
We're just outside Lexington, where the first shots of this conflict have been fired. Confusion and panic are spreading quickly. I'm here with a colonial protester who witnessed the confrontation firsthand. Sir, what happened here this morning?
At dawn, we saw the British troops marching toward us. The militia stood their ground, but no one knew if fighting would begin. Then suddenly a shot rang out. Smoke filled the air. People started shouting and everything changed in an instant. We didn't start this, but we'll defend our freedom.
What were your orders coming into Lexington?
We were sent to restore order and seize weapons, not start a war.
How does news like this affect people trying to live ordinary lives?
War means uncertainty, no safety, no trade, no future.
What are families experiencing right now?
Our husbands, brothers, sons, they're in danger now.
The alarm bells are ringing. Everyone's gathering. The British are coming.
What began as protest has now become armed conflict. The colonies and the crown stand at the edge of war, bringing you history as it happens.
The Second Continental Congress, 1775. Shortly after fighting began, colonial leaders gathered once again in Philadelphia for the Second Continental Congress. This time, the stakes were higher. The Congress organized the Continental Army, appointed George Washington as its commander, and began acting as a national government, while still debating whether independence was the right path.
We're back in Philadelphia where leaders are now organizing for war. I'm here with a colonial supporter. How urgent is the situation?
We must build an army. Freedom depends on it.
How will Britain respond to this escalation?
This is no longer unrest. It's an organized rebellion. The formation of an army and governing body cannot be ignored. Britain will respond with the full authority of the Crown to restore order and reassert control.
Is there still hope for peace?
I fear we are going too far.
How are people contributing from home?
We sew uniforms, gather supplies. This fight belongs to all of us.
I'm helping however I can.
A nation takes form, bringing you history as it happens.
The battle at Bunker Hill, 1775. One of the first major battles of the war took place near Boston at Breed's Hill, commonly known as Bunker Hill. Although the British ultimately gained control of the ground, they suffered heavy losses. The battle proved that colonial forces could stand up to the British Army, boosting confidence among the patriots.
We're near Boston following a major battle. I'm here with someone who witnessed it. What stands out to you the most?
We can stand against the British. We proved it today.
Was this victory worth the cost?
Victory came at a terrible price.
What concerns you most now?
Too many lives lost. How do we recover from this?
What are you seeing among the wounded?
We see the cost of war up close. Blood, loss, sacrifice.
Will it ever end?
Courage and cost collide, bringing you history as it happens.
Common Sense, 1776. As the war continued, many colonists were still unsure about breaking away from Britain entirely. In January 1776, Thomas Paine published a pamphlet called Common Sense. Written in clear, persuasive language, it argued that independence was not only necessary but inevitable. The pamphlet spread quickly and helped shift public opinion towards supporting independence.
We're here as a pamphlet called Common Sense spreads rapidly. I'm speaking with a colonist. What makes this message so powerful?
Why should an island rule a continent? Independence is our right.
We want our rights.
How threatening are these ideas?
This thinking undermines loyalty.
What risks come with independence?
Independence could ruin everything we know.
What does this mean for the future?
It gives voice to what we've been feeling. Hope for something new.
We could be our own country.
Ideas change everything, bringing you history as it happens.
The Declaration of Independence, 1776. After months of debate, the Continental Congress took a historic step. On July 4th, 1776, they adopted the Declaration of Independence, primarily written by Thomas Jefferson. This document announced that the 13 colonies were no longer under British rule and outlined the principles of equality, natural rights, and government by consent. It marked the birth of a new nation, the United States of America.
We're in Philadelphia where independence has just been declared. I'm here with a supporter. What does this moment mean to you?
We choose freedom, no matter the cost.
How will Britain respond?
This declaration is an act of treason against the crown. It challenges not only authority but the very unity of the empire. Britain will respond decisively, and the consequences will be far-reaching.
What concerns you most about this decision?
I fear for what comes next: war, loss, uncertainty.
What does freedom look like to you?
Freedom is not easy, but it is worth fighting for.
We're really free?
A nation is born, bringing you history as it happens.
The American Revolution was not just fought on battlefields. It was lived in homes, businesses, and communities. Each person you saw today faced uncertainty. Some chose independence. Others feared the cost. All were part of a moment that changed history. The freedoms we celebrate today were shaped by their courage, their sacrifice, and their willingness to stand for what they believed was right.
Their story became our story.
And now it's ours to remember.
Freedom.
Liberty.
As we celebrate 250 years of American history, may we continue to learn from the past and carry its lessons forward.
Reporting across time, bringing you history as it happens.
History is not only made by the names we read in books, it is carried forward by families, by generations, by people like us.
Today, we don't just remember history, we remember our connection to it.
Among us today are members of the sons, daughters, and children of the American Revolution. People who know that their own ancestors lived through these moments in history. They were soldiers, patriots, families, workers, and witnesses. Men and women who made sacrifices, endured hardship, and helped shape the nation we celebrate today. If you care to honor a patriot in your family, please stand and we will approach you with the microphones so that you may state their names.
My patriot was Captain Reuben Slayton, and he fought for Massachusetts.
One of my patriots was John Jacob Mickley, who helped save the Liberty Bell out of Philadelphia.
My patriot was Peter Waldron, who fought in New York. Thank you.
My patriot is Christopher Cunningham from North Carolina.
My patriot was Dirk Hamstreet.
My patriot was Giles Smith, and he served in Connecticut.
My patriot was James Drake from North Carolina.
My patriot is Christopher Houston, who served in the North Carolina Rangers.
My patriot was Brian O'Bannon, that served as North Carolina as a soldier.
My patriot was Samuel Sewell Jr., and he served in North Carolina.
My patriot was Charles Carroll of Carrollton, who signed the Declaration of Independence.
My patriot was John Parks of North Carolina.
My patriot was Peter S. Wright. He lived in Pennsylvania. He supplied supplies to the Continental Army, including up to, which at that time was a huge amount, 80 head of cattle, as well as several wagon loads of grains and vegetables.
My patriot was Nathaniel Holcomb from Connecticut.
My patriot was Alexander Magruder, Maryland Militia.
My patriot was Captain John Polk, North Carolina Militia, and his son, Private Charles Polk.
My husband's patriot was Major Daniel Dietrich Bouchard of the German Regiment Continental Army. Wave high, Harry. And my patriot is Isaac Mitchell Newton II from South Carolina.
My patriot is Abner Courier of New Hampshire.
My patriot was Samuel Newman from Georgia.
My two patriots were Jonathan Sturgis and Philip Goodbread, Massachusetts and North Carolina.
My patriot was Goulsbury Childers.
I'm here today to honor my patriot, John McLemore from North Carolina.
I remember and honor my patriot, William Attlee, a Supreme Court Justice of Pennsylvania.
My patriot was Jonathan Sturgis, Massachusetts.
One of my patriots was Daniel Coolidge Sr. from Massachusetts, also a participant in the Boston Tea Party.
One of my patriots was Elijah Williamson of North Carolina, soldier.
My patriot that I honor is Jacob Burkett from Pennsylvania.
My patriot is Major John Martin, who served in the Continental Line and fought at Yorktown.
My patriot was Lieutenant Benjamin Covenhoven from New Jersey.
We remember them with a moment of silence.
Their lives became our legacy.
Their story became our story.
And now it's ours to remember.
Freedom.
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 Liberty.
Happy 50th birthday, America.
She got
Is that on? Yes. Test, test. Hello. Ladies and gentlemen, wow. Huzzah, right? That was wonderful. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for a wonderful presentation. Let's give them another round of applause. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to welcome the honeybees.
Check, check. I just turned it on. Check. There we go.
All right, I am inspired to find out who my patriot is. I know I have one. I have 5 relatives on the Mayflower, and I'm I have a 7th-generation West Pointers, so I know somewhere in there we've got one, I'm sure. But I'm totally inspired for that. We're going to sing a couple of songs for you. We'll take you through patriotic history of music. And it was not the Revolutionary War, but it was the War of 1812 when Francis Scott Key wrote the lyrics for our beautiful national anthem. So we will sing that for you. Got to find our pitch. Ready? Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does the star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave, All right, yes, have a seat. And then after World War I, Irving Berlin wrote this famous tune, God Bless America. Bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my own sweet home. America, America, my home. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home sweet home. God bless America, my home. sweet home, America, America, my home, sweet home. Then after World War II, this song was written, and I know as all military folks, there is not a more peace-loving people than those who have to fight for our country. So I think we would all agree that we would like to let there be peace on earth.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God our Creator, neighbors all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony, Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment. This be the moment. With every step I take, let this be my song of vow to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. With every step I take, let this be my song of vow to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. And let it
Happy 250th America. God bless the USA. God bless you all. We're the Honeybees. Heather, Brooke, and Danny. It's our pleasure as always to be here. Thank you so much.
That was, is it on? That was so beautiful and patriotic. Thank you so much, ladies. Thank you. At this time, I would like to ask Mr. Steve Fuller, CEO of the Army Residence Community, to please come forward. We wish to express our sincere appreciation to the staff of the Army Residence Community, especially Deja and Felicia, for their assistance come on forward, Julie, for their assistance and support in having this event here at the Ark. I have a certificate and medal from the National Society of the Daughters of the American Revolution. It is presented to the Army Residence Community staff for demonstration of extraordinary effort in raising awareness of revolutionary patriots and America's 250th anniversary. It is signed by Pamela Rouse Wright, National Chair of the America 250 Committee. So thank you so much. Thank you. I think there's a couple of pictures. We should give them a picture. Why don't you get Tangdacia be in the picture too? Is that okay?
Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yay. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, please. Yeah, sure.
Just wanted to thank the daughters for being here and this incredible performance of the actors and the honeybees. Oh, that was phenomenal, wasn't it? And we very much look forward to celebrating the 250th and also your presence here during our Memorial Day celebrations. We really appreciate the efforts and all that you do for history, preservation, education, and patriotism. More important now than ever. So thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So nice to meet you. And at this time, I will ask the SAR to retire the colors. Please stand and remain standing if you are able until the colors are retired.
Between colors. Present arms. Right, place. Forward. Up.
Thank you so much for your attention today. Please stay for refreshments and viewing of the exhibits. And don't forget to sign the Declaration of Independence. Thank you so much.